Hello everyone, myself Khyati Vyas from JNP English Medium Saraswati Group of Education. This is my video session for grade 4 and I am taking up this session for this new academic year by starting chapter number 1, India, our country. Right students? So this year, what is new? Firstly, you can say that you are in some different grade, correct? You are promoted to the next level. So now, I hope you are all mentally prepared to face a little more topics in the chapter. इसी चैप्टर में कुछ और भी आपने प्रीवियस ग्रेड में सीखा होगा, तो इस ग्रेड में इसी को हम कंटिन्यू करके नेक्स्ट लेवल की स्टडीज करेंगे, राइट? इंडिया के बारे में ऑलरेडी प्रीवियस ग्रेड में वी हैव स्टडीड अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. इन दिस ग्रेड वी विल हैव सम मोर इंफॉर्मेशन रिगार्डिंग दिस. सो आई होप यू आर ऑल सेट एंड यू आर ऑल प्रिपेयर्ड for this new academic year. So chapter number 1 in SS is India, our country. To begin with the session, firstly I would like to take up the vocabulary words. Vocabulary words are the words which are introduced to you for the first time. आपके लिए कुछ नए words हैं. You might not be knowing the meanings of these words. To know the meanings, I have already taken up the PPT, and with the help of that PPT, I will explain you the meaning of those words with the help of few related pictures. These pictures are not exactly what is there, but with the help of picture you can understand the meaning what I want to say regarding that particular word. Okay? So after knowing the meanings of those words, it will be much helpful for you to read the chapter, and while reading the chapter you can connect the two sentences and you can connect the sentence as what they actually want to explain you. So let us go through the PPT and see the vocabulary words of this chapter, and after that I will introduce you to the chapter. So let's begin the PPT now.
Chapter number 1, India, our country. Now let us look into the vocabulary words, means difficult words which are there in this chapter, and find out the meaning of that word with the help of few pictures related to the word. So let us start now understanding the difficult words or the vocabulary. Reorganization. Reorganization means the action or process of changing the way in which something is organized. Means anything which is organized but you are rearranging something or changing the way in which it is organized is called reorganization. In the picture you can see a cubic game. Correct? Now normally when you buy this game, all the similar color of the cubes, you can find them on the same plane. But when you start playing with it, what are you doing exactly? You are reorganizing them. So that is called reorganization. Means if something is organized in one way, you change the organization. That is reorganization. Next is assent. Assent means approval. For example, if your mama asks you that, are you ready to come with me to the market? Are you ready to come with me to the market? And if you are wishing to go with her, so you will say yes. So that is your approval to her. Correct? You approve that yes, you want to go with her to the market. So that is assent, means approval. Next is reconstituting. Reconstituting means build up again from parts or reconstruct. Build up again from parts or reconstruct. In the animated picture given, initially you will see the picture of a broken building or the ruins of a building. Correct? The building is not in a proper form. But what you see after some time, that this building, it gets the shape of a beautiful new building. So build up again from parts. So from the remaining parts of the broken building, they rebuilt a new building. So that is called reconstituting. Next, territories. Territories means an area of land which is outside the borders of the nation but owned by that nation. Territories means an area of land which is outside the border of nations. Here you can see India's flag. Correct? In India's flag you can see different states. Correct? For example, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh. All these are different states. So, you can see the borders of the state with a black line. Yes. So, an area of land which is outside the border of nation. Sometimes these lines, they show the difference between two states. Similar way, there is difference between two nations also. For example, India and Pakistan. So this land which is outside the border of nation means which is outside the nation, but it is owned by the nation itself. Okay? So ये जो लैंड है वो हमारे नेशनल बॉर्डर के बाहर की लैंड है बट हमारे नेशन को ही बिलोंग करती है. सो दीज टाइप्स ऑफ लैंड आर कॉल्ड टेरिटरीज. नेक्स्ट, डेजर्ट. A large area of dry land with very little vegetation. Desert means a large area of dry land with very little vegetation. Vegetation means plants are very less. Little vegetation means very little plants. So in the picture you can see that this land is very dry. Everywhere you can see only sand. There are only few small plants or grasses. Correct? That means very little vegetation. Nothing is grown. You cannot see trees or bushes there. So desert is a large area of land that is dry land with very little vegetation. I hope you understood what is desert. Next is plateau. Plateau. What do you mean by a plateau? An area of relatively flat land that is higher than the land around it. Once again, an area of relatively flat land that is higher than the land around it. As you can see in the picture, the platform or the baseline, correct, which is lower. Then you can see that the land raises, correct, the height is more. तो नीचे वाला बेस में अगर आप देखो तो फ्लैट लैंड है, जिससे थोड़ा ऊपर जाएंगे तो थोड़ी हाई लैंड आ जाती है, एंड अगेन फ्रॉम द टॉप इट इज फ्लैट, ऊपर जाने के बाद फिर से फ्लैट हो जाती है, स्ट्रेट लैंड हो जाती है। तो इस तरह की लैंड जो बाकी की लैंड से थोड़ी हाइट पर है बट ऊपर से फिर अगेन फ्लैट हो जाती है, तो इस तरह के लैंड को हम क्या कहेंगे? प्लेट्यू। What do you call it? It is a plateau. Next is coastal plains. Coastal plains. A plain which lies next to the coast. Coast. A plain which lies next to the coast. Coast मतलब के दरिया का जो किनारा है उसे coast कहते हैं. The land near the sea is called a coast. So the plain land which is next to the sea or the ocean is called coastal plain. The plain land which is near or which lies next to the coast, coast means near the sea or the ocean. See, you cannot find any mountains there or hills there, correct? So it is a flat land, but it is near ocean or sea. So it is called a coastal plain. I hope you understood. Next is island. Island. An area of land smaller than a continent, completely surrounded by water. An area of land smaller than a continent, completely surrounded by water. See in the picture, you can see a land area which is smaller than a continent, but you can also see that it is surrounded by water from all the sides, correct? So this type of land which is surrounded by water from all the sides is known as an island. It is known as an island. So we have reached the end of the vocabulary explanation. I hope you have understood this easily. So now let's continue with the chapter introduction.
Welcome back. I hope you understood all the difficult words which you are going through in this chapter, and you have also understood the meanings of those words. Correct? Okay. Now, to begin with the introduction part of this chapter, we will first start. What is India? India is our country, the place where we are living. We also call it our motherland because we are all Indians. We live in the country called India. Correct? Okay. Now, the first topic in this, we are going to learn about the neighboring countries of India. What are they? Neighboring countries of India. Which are the neighboring countries of India? Which are they? I hope you understand what are these. These are the directions. These are the directions. There are 4 directions, important directions. north, east, south and west. Between north and east you have northeast. Between north and west you have northwest. Between south and east you have southeast. Between south and west you have southwest. So now, as I have told you these directions, it will be helpful for you to understand what are these. Right? Okay. So let me read the neighboring countries of India. India के neighboring countries. What do you mean by neighboring countries? You all live in a society. The person who is living next to you, he is your neighbor. Correct? In similar way, हमारी country जो है India, उसके बाजू में जो और एक country है, वो हमारी neighboring country है. हमारा country है India and the country next to our country, they are our neighboring countries. So who are our neighboring countries? Let's see them. Afghanistan and Pakistan towards the northwest, means this way. China, Bhutan and Nepal towards the north. इंडिया के नॉर्थ साइड में कौन कौन से हमारे नेबरिंग कंट्रीज हैं? चाइना, भूटान एंड नेपाल. देन म्यांमार एंड बांग्लादेश टुवर्ड्स ईस्ट. ईस्ट की तरफ हमारे नेबरिंग कंट्रीज कौन कौन से हैं? म्यांमार एंड बांग्लादेश. देन श्रीलंका एंड मालदीव्स टुवर्ड्स द साउथ. नीचे इंडिया की साउथ की तरफ श्रीलंका एंड मालदीव्स. ये दो कंट्रीज हमारे नेबरिंग कंट्रीज हैं, मतलब हमारे नजदीक वाले कंट्रीज. सो लेट्स सी व्हाट दे हैव गिवन टू यू इन योर टेक्स्ट बुक. Neighboring countries of India. India is situated in the southern part of the continent of Asia. Big land masses are called continents. On the earth, on the planet Earth, the surface of earth is made up of land and water. Correct? Earth का जो surface है वो land and water से बना है. So big water bodies are called oceans and big land masses are called continents. Now, among these big land masses that are continents, we have altogether 7 continents. The largest continent is Asia. In this Asia, there are different countries. इस कॉन्टिनेंट एशिया नाम के कॉन्टिनेंट में अलग अलग कंट्रीज हैं. तो हमारा कंट्री जो है, इट इज ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ एशिया एंड इट लाइज टू द सदर्न पार्ट ऑफ कॉन्टिनेंट ऑफ एशिया. एशिया के सदर्न पार्ट मतलब कि नीचे की तरफ, साउथ मतलब टुवर्ड्स डाउन. सो टू द सदर्न पार्ट ऑफ एशिया there is a country called India in which we all live. So which is the location of India? India lies to the southern part of the continent of Asia. The neighbors of India include, India के neighbors कौन कौन से हैं? Afghanistan and Pakistan in the northwest, China, Bhutan and Nepal in the north, Myanmar and Bangladesh in the east, Sri Lanka and Maldives in the south. So all these countries are our neighbors. So this says that since these people are our neighbors, we should not fight with them. We should cooperate with them we should have friendly relation with them. Do you fight with your neighbors at home? No, you cooperate with them. Correct? In similar way, these countries, which countries? Afghanistan, Pakistan, China, Bhutan, Nepal, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Maldives, all these countries are our neighbors. So we should have friendly relation with them and we should cooperate with them. Right? Why we should have friendly relation with them? Because they are our neighbors and we should be in a good relation. Healthy relations होने चाहिए इनके साथ. So I hope that the countries which are neighbors to India are clear to you and you will also learn the directions in which these countries are located. Okay? So once again let me repeat. Neighboring countries of India are Afghanistan and Pakistan in the northwest, China, Bhutan and Nepal in the north, Myanmar and Bangladesh in the east, Sri Lanka and Maldives in the south. So these are our neighboring countries. So let us end this session's explanation here. आज का सेशन यहीं तक रखते हैं. In the next session, we will take up with the states of India. जैसे कॉन्टिनेंट्स को अलग अलग कंट्रीज में डिवाइड किया जाता है, फिर इन कंट्रीज में भी छोटे छोटे स्टेट्स होते हैं. देन स्टेट्स के अंदर सिटीज, टाउन्स, विलेजेस, सारे डिविजन्स होते हैं. तो इंडिया जो बहुत बड़ा कंट्री है, इसके अंदर भी अलग अलग स्टेट्स हैं और यूनियन टेरिटरीज भी है. तो स्टेट्स क्या है, यूनियन टेरिटरीज क्या है, इंडिया में कितने स्टेट्स हैं, कितने यूनियन टेरिटरीज हैं, कौन कौन से स्टेट्स हैं, उनके कैपिटल्स कौन कौन से हैं, इन सारी चीजों के बारे में we will take up in the next session. Okay students, so along with this video I am sending a PDF that is homework for you. You can solve it either in your SSCW or in your rough book. So instructions that are given in the PDF are to be followed strictly. जो instructions आपको PDF में दी गई हैं उनको read कीजिए और according to that you have to do your homework. If you have any doubts, you can go through the video once again to clarify your doubts. Few important points if you want to note down through the video, then put a pause and take a screenshot. It will help you to recollect the information